Okay, Ellie, was your hypothesis correct or incorrect?
Correct.
And why? Can you explain it to us?
Because the kettle cooked had like the most squares covered on the graph paper.
Most squares covered with what?
Covered with grease on the graph paper.
Okay. All right, so your hypothesis was that the kettle cooked would be the greasiest.
Yes.
And the most squares were covered. Can you show us the graph? Show us the graph that you made on the computer and explain it to us.
So this is trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3, which is the blue, like green one is the kettle cooked, and the purple one is the Pringles, and the blue one is the baked.
Okay, so on our bar graph, we can see that every single time, all 3 times, the kettle cooked had the most squares covered. Which one had the least squares covered?
The baked.
The baked, all right. And then can you tell us what were some of your other observations, not only the number of squares, but what were some of your other observations about the graph paper after you did your experiment and looked at the graph paper? What were your observations about the grease stains?
The baked chips, they were very light stains to where you could barely see them, and for the Pringles, they were just light stains. You could see them, but not. You could kind of see them.
Okay.
And then for the kettle cooked, they were very thick stains to where you can easily tell that they're there.
Okay. What did you learn from this experiment?
I learned that kettle cooked has the most grease in it.
Okay, it has the most. And how can you apply that to your life when you eat chips?
To eat the baked one because they're more healthier.
Okay.
They have less fat in them and less grease in them.
Okay, so if they have less grease, then they probably have less fat, right? And our bodies need fat, but not too much fat. Ellie, why did you choose this particular science experiment to do?
Because I like eating potato chips. So I wanted to find out which one would be more greasy, to see which one I should eat more.
Okay. All right, very good. Is there anything else you want to tell us or show us? Okay, good job.